The mainstay of Gandhian movements was the rural India. Elucidate. This is the question. Second is trace the emergence of Gandhi in Indian political scenario. What was the basic philosophy of Satyagraha? Enunciate by him. Mahatma Gandhi's success between 1916 and 1920 in getting the technique of non-violent satyagraha accepted by the nation as a weapon of struggle was phenomenal. Elucidate. See, in this question, we have to explain how Gandhiji's contribution was of uttermost importance. So, at first, we have to explain it by getting contemporary comparisons. See, Gandhiji came back to India in early 1915 after more than 2 decades of stay in South Africa. In the next 5 years, he emerged as the undisputed leader of the Congress-led mainstream nationalism. This phenomenal success cannot be seen as a mere accident, nor it can be considered as the outcome of a top-level skillful political game. It was in fact made possible by a combination of factors relating to the contemporary circumstances in India as well as his personality and techniques. To begin with, the story of his success in South Africa enabled him to have an all-India following even from 1915. Secondly, there was a political vacuum created by the failure of the moderate as well as disappointment of people with the extremist leadership. The people of India were thus desperately waiting for the right type of leadership. Thirdly, the personality of Gandhiji along with his simple and saintly habits were also responsible for his phenomenal success. Gandhiji's philosophy combined elements from Indian culture with those from the Western culture. He was influenced by not only the Indian saints but also some of the Western thinkers. His philosophy revolved around the central theme of Satyagraha, which was rooted in the Indian soil and was derived from the twin concepts of Satya and Ahimsa. For Gandhiji, Satya or truth was the divine manifestation of ultimate being, while Ahimsa or non-violence was the greatest strength of humanity. They complemented each other. However, to make his Satyagraha relevant to the contemporary time, he adopted and granted some of the techniques of Western thinkers. His Satyagraha techniques included the traditional Indian fasting, Islamic hijrat, exodus, and the Western boycott strikes and hartals. For the mass-based political movements, Gandhiji developed 2 other forms of mass agitation, namely non-cooperation and civil disobedience. Now we have to see what are the importance of non-cooperation. Non-cooperation for Gandhiji was the virtuous duty of every citizen. According to him, one should not only refrain from evil but should also protest against evil or injustice, whether you are a victim or a spectator. Civil disobedience of unjust laws were considered by him as the most powerful and effective form of political agitation. He considered it to be better than even armed rebellion. In addition to the above political methods and beliefs, Gandhiji also believed in continuously in 5 socio-economic constructive programs of nation building. Promotion of small and cottage industries in general and khadi in particular through village reconstruction to make every village self-sufficient. Harijan welfare in general and abolition of untouchability in particular. Promotion of Hindu-Muslim unity, emancipation of women. With all above techniques and programs, Gandhiji was able to capture the imagination of masses. Further, being in regular touch with the masses, he could feel the pulse of the nation and knows its moods and swings. That's why Gandhian movements proved to be unprecedented in the history of entire humanity and even made a great person like Einstein to acknowledge the future generation would wonder whether a man like Gandhiji walked this earth in flesh and blood. So we are seeing Gandhiji is having He was the mass leader, and his leadership has made India to move one step further in achieving our national goals of freedom. Thank you.